know that they can actually go and watch the game later, too. They can
really?
show the coach and tell the players, too. They can go home and watch this. You guys can go watch the game.
Well, I was the last one to leave, and the lady that was locking up the concession stand said, "Oh, that was so cool, thanks."
What she said?
Because she was watching it in the concession stand.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. We got a ways to go, so we don't want to.
You let me know when you're ready, because I got a ton of ads that I can run.
Okay. Yeah, we can get things going like right now.
Yeah, I can do the intro. If you want to do a quick spiel, and then I can run ads. Yep. Why is it not loading? It's reconnecting? Or are you good? Internet? It's there.
For some reason, I'm not popping either that screen will show me the we'll have to reconnect or something. Try to get into the studio. I can't get into the studio.
Oh, really?
Maybe have Nick stop for us.
Is it showing that you're on? There you go.
But this shows this. Oh, now it is. There's something with the other thing. Okay, we can. Are you ready to go?
Yep, I am.
Actually, I'm coming to a.
Whoops, hold up. I got to hit the go live. All right, yeah, we're ready to roll.
Okay, I can stop at any time.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie, go Pollen! Puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba, and throws it down for the 2. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Gus in Waupun. Ready for some boys baseball action in the East Central Conference. The Waupun Warriors taking on their conference foe. Great rivalry between these two schools, the Waupun Warriors and the Ripon Tigers, and they're going to go at it on the baseball field here today. I'm Steve Witterhack and Jeff Sauer joining me. We're video streaming tonight. In case you're listening on the radio, you can also watch it on Radio Plus. And looking forward to a great rivalry game between these two teams. They've had some great games in the past.
Yeah, recently Ripon's been a little bit down, and I haven't really taken a look, and you probably have more information on Ripon. But prior to, I would say, to COVID, the 2019 season, these two teams were constantly battling towards the top for a conference title, as well as regional titles or sectional titles if you keep going back. So it should be a fantastic game again tonight.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the highlights of my calling baseball career was the game that they had against Ripon and that doubleheader that they had for sectional semifinal, sectional championship, and Waupun winning, I think, against Ripon 2-0 and then 1-0 against Catholic Memorial, a higher-ranked team. And those two games, just some great pitching for Waupun, and they squeaked that run across the plate to get themselves to the state tournament, and then they took care of business at the state tournament. But yeah, it was just a fun memory, and Ripon, of course, having their opportunities and some great plays that I can think of during that game with Waupun and Ripon that's prevented them from scoring in that ball game. But again, they've got a rich history, and this should be a great game here in conference play. We'll talk a little bit more about the game on your Home and Auto Sales pregame show in just a few minutes. Steve and Jeff with you here with Waupun Warrior Baseball on Radio Plus.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun in Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
We are back with more of the Home and Auto Sales pregame show. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer. And Waupun having themselves a great season so far, sitting at 11-1 on the season, coached by Derek Stanke. Coaches Dan Jonas and Derek out there meeting right now with the officials at home plate. And Waupun just had a really nice tournament that they hosted this past weekend. They do this tournament every year. It's the DeBoer Diamond Classic, and I've got the trophy right behind me. And they don't have the new name of the champion etched in there, but Waupun's going to be going on there next. They went 3-0 in their tournament, knocking off Lakeland 11-4. They beat a very good Beloit Turner team who's ranked in the top 10. They beat them 7-4, and then they knocked off West Tosha Central in the last game 10-6. So, again, a very impressive showing in the DeBoer Diamond Classic. We're just about ready to bring you the game. We'll have the starting lineups in the beginning of tonight's game. Waupun at home against the Ripon Tigers. Boys baseball action right here on RP Sports.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
And thank you, sir. Have a great week.
You too. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, we are back and just about ready to bring you some Waupun Warrior baseball action. Let's take a look at Waupun defensively. Jake Krieger, sophomore on the mound, 1-1 on the season, 2.33 ERA, 25 strikeouts, only 7 walks, 15 innings pitched this season for the Warriors. Hunter Camp behind home plate. Chase Beam is over at first base. Bryant Ferris is at second. Evan Sauer, the shortstop. Emmett Hull is over at third base. Left to right in the outfield for the Warriors, Conrad Davis, Mason Holtz, and Ethan Cunningham. The batting order for the Ripon Tigers, Adam Sina is the third baseman and batting first. Mason Killam is a left fielder. Batting third will be Jacob Riddick, the shortstop. Then first baseman Shea Otto. Henry Willett is the pitcher and batting fifth, followed by Max Belling. He is the catcher. Then right fielder Jackson Banks. R.J. Biza is a designated hitter batting eighth, and rounding out the batting order is Nolan Dragolovich, and he is their second baseman. Defensively, they'll throw Coy DeVries out in center field, and we are ready to play some baseball here tonight, some conference baseball and some rivalry baseball. Waupun taking on and hosting the Ripon Tigers, and these two teams do meet coming up on Thursday over at Ripon. Kind of nice up here, Jeff. They got a heater going, so it's a few degrees,
right.
A few degrees warmer in here. We're out of the wind is the main thing. So.
Big difference from last night, and we commented on it. And again, it's not a bash against Oakfield, but it's great to have some internet access as well.
Yeah, that's right. First pitch, and that one is hit out towards the center field and playing shallow anyway. Mason Holtz, he just comes up a few steps and hauls it in. One pitch, one out. Nice start here for Waupun.
Been playing some pretty solid defense when you take a look at the scores that they had put up there against the DeBoer Classic team. So good defense, good pitching, and the offense was rolling. Let's see if they can keep it rolling here.
Mason Killam now, the left fielder up to bat, right-handed hitter. Ripon down as 3-3 so far on the season. That's what they had listed. You can't find any stats on them, can't find any roster on them, and luckily just had a couple extra, 2 or 3 extra guys here, and so it wasn't a big roster that we had to try to find. So we got that all put in the books ahead of time. And the last game for Ripon was on Friday. Last Friday they knocked off Winneconne by a score of 5-2. Ripon sitting at 3-2 in the East Central Conference. Waupun at 4-0. Nice pitch there by Krieger, coming inside and fighting it off and fouling it off. Here's Killam. Count is now 1-2.
So I can't say that I have ever seen them wear these uniforms. Is this a new uniform set for the Warriors?
I've seen it coming down there watching a few games. I just happen to be at the Little League Diamonds. That one is going to miss just off the plate. No offer from Killam. Yeah, I saw it when I came and brought my grandsons over here when they were practicing over at the Little League Diamonds, and so I have seen it before.
I like it. It's a nice look.
2-2 pitch, and that one goes off from Krieger, and then that kind of stops it from going any further, maybe about 10 feet past Krieger. Kind of got hit right towards, tried to reach back to get it, just couldn't quite get it, but did. He's going to have a little visit out to the mound by the home plate umpire and also Derek Stanke, because it was a line drive right back at him off his body, and safe at first base is Killam with a one-out single.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It looked like I should have played the instant replay to really look, but it looked like he reached down with his pitching hand. Again, athletes, an automatic reaction when you see the ball, try to get it, and I think it kind of hit the tips of his fingers. So hopefully they'll give him a couple of warm-up pitches maybe just to see, because that's what I'm seeing right now when he's looking at the ball.
Yeah, so I can't tell the batter getting ready to come up. I'm just going to let him throw a few. But his head kind of thrust back a little bit too, like maybe there was a little pain or something.
Yeah.
He threw that one just fine. So again, a runner at first base, one down, top of the first inning, just getting going, only a few pitches into the ball game. And then Jake gets nailed with the ball.
Yeah, it's 44 degrees, so that's got to sting quite a bit out here.
Oh, It took a while. My fingers were numb when I left the Oakfield game yesterday. I sat outside, and you were inside that little fishing shack that they have over in Oakfield. But still, they were so friendly when you go over there, so hospitable with Doug Mock being the activities director, and they take care of us pretty good.
Yeah, I would say. And we're finding that out quite a bit, Steve. And wherever we've gone, they've been pretty hospitable for us.
First pitch misses, makes the count 1-0 into Jacob Riddick, the shortstop. Next one, a called strike, puts the count at 1-1. Yeah, I can't say there's any place where they really kind of don't want us there and don't have the time for us. Ooh, a swing and a miss. Nasty little pitch there by Jake. The top of it on the swing is Riddick. Down on the count, 1-2.
So you said you weren't able to find out much about Ripon, huh? Did they have any of their ages of what we're looking at for players?
No, just had a general between 14 and 18. Fly ball out to right field, and that's hauled in by Ethan Cunningham, keeping the runner over at first base. No, I didn't see anything, not a roster, so I can see what class they're in or anything like that. So,
yeah, we were commenting before on other games that we've been broadcasting was how young the teams are that they've been facing and the youth movement that's going on and how well the young teams are performing.
Yeah, Waupun with the real young teams, both on the softball and baseball diamond. Of course, the girls basketball team that went to state and back to the state tournament, they've got everybody coming back. Not one senior on that team, and a lot of really good players coming back for the boys basketball team. So the future is bright. A lot of really experienced younger players that are coming up in the program. This one is down in the dirt on the pitch into Shea Otto, the first baseman.
Nice stop there by Hunter Camp behind the plate.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Hunter play, whether it's basketball on the basketball court out there or out here in baseball. He's a scrappy player and just knows his role out there, and just a frustrating little defender on the basketball court. He'll take on guys a foot taller than him, like the player from Ripon during the season, and he just frustrated him over the last couple of years, put him on him and just hounds him.
Yeah, big heart out there.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. He's one of the two seniors for Waupun. They also have Conrad Davis out in left field, and those are the only two seniors they have on the entire roster.
And they both are contributors, too, so it's good.
Yeah, runner goes. Here goes a throw to second base, and this one's going to squirt past the second baseman, Brian Ferris. And runner safe over at second, so now they have a runner in scoring position with a 3-2 count to Shea Otto. Henry Willett awaiting on deck.
Initially, I thought it was going to be a really good throw. It just kind of short-hopped right at the base and kind of ate up the Warriors' Brian Ferris.
Comes the 3-2 pitch. Big old curveball coming in there, and that is fought off and fouled on the ground over on the third base side. Anything you want to let us know and cheer on your teams, whether you're from Waupun or Ripon, make sure you just hit the chat there and send us a message. Love to hear from you. The 3-2 pitch for Jake Krieger. Again, kind of jumped on that one, but ahead of it. Took a little off it and tried to get it to hook into the strike zone. So another foul ball keeps the count at 3-2 and making Jake work to get this last out. No work for that first out, just one pitch and got it. But
I think it's really gutsy pitching. He's thrown two curveballs here on a 3-2 count.
Yeah, he must feel comfortable with that pitch. And he brings a fastball, jams him. Oh, that one's going to go underneath Krieger's glove, but it's going to get picked up at second by Ferris and gets the out over at first base. So they do get a base hit. One runner stranded at second, and nobody scores after one half of inning. No score in the ball game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard back in 90 seconds with the bottom half of inning number 1 on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 1. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer. Also have the golden voice of Scott Van Galen in here with us and just nailed the national anthem here today again. So
always does an amazing job for the Warrior Sports.
So here we go. Let's take a look at Waupun's batting order. Emmett Hull will start things out, followed by Mason Holtz. Batting third is Evan Sauer. Cleanup batter Jake Krieger. Then Chase Beam. And he's followed by Ethan Cunningham, Brian Ferris, Conrad Davis, and Hunter Camp. And on the mound for Ripon is Henry Willett, right-handed pitcher. Gets a strike past Hull for strike one. Max Belling behind home plate. Shea Otto is the first baseman. Nolan Dragalovich is the second baseman. Jacob Riddick over at short. Third baseman is Adam Sina. Mason Killam out in left field, Coy DeVries in center field, and Jackson Banks is the right fielder. Boy, gets that one to drop right in the strike zone for a called strike. Puts the count at 1-2 for Emmett.
Starting him out here with 3 straight curveballs.
Brings a fastball, and that's spanked out to left center field and drops in for a leadoff single for Waupun.
Emmett, just a freshman, if I remember.
Yep, one of the freshmen out there, but a talented one, and he's got a pretty good season going, actually, with a bat in his hand, batting .378 with 12 RBIs.
Yeah, he's doing an amazing job, and I just couldn't. I mean, go back to the days of Coach DeBoer, freshman. You never saw him on the.
A ball to throw over to first base, and it's going to go way out. Nobody backing up, and Hull's going to get himself all the way over to third base. Costly throw over there. Right fielder wasn't backing it up and got all the way over to the fence on the warning track along the fence, past the first baseman, and Hull easily, with no throw over to third base, getting over to third.
Good hustle, too. We've talked about the speed that this Warrior team has.
Very aggressive, and they got the speed to back it up. And that's sliced out to the opposite field. It's going to drop in and get past the left fielder for a little bit, and it's going to be an RBI double for Holtz, who he slides in head first over at second, but beautiful bit of hitting right down the line over on the left field side for the left-handed hitter. And a great hit there, a double and an RBI for Mason Holtz.
Couldn't have placed it out there any better.
No.
With it tailing away from the left fielder. There's no way he was going to catch up to it. And Mason keeps it RBI streak rolling.
Waupun with 2 batters and 2 hits, and that'll bring up Evan Sauer to the plate. Evans so far on the season, batting .295, 14 RBIs, 8 doubles that lead the team in that category. And 16 stolen bases also to lead the team with that. That does a great job out there, Evan. Yeah, when he first came up as a freshman, they had him behind home plate. He was the catcher for that season. Did just an unbelievable job, and just one of those kids you can put him anywhere, and he's going to produce for you. And he's rock solid shortstop out there and getting it done with his bat, too.
They really needed to keep him in the lineup as a freshman. They just needed to find a spot, and they didn't have a catcher, and he stepped up. And
we got a nice little message from Shannon Marie. A few juniors for Ripon. Henry is a senior. Otto is a freshman. DeVries, I believe they say, is a freshman. Riddick Jr. Sina is a junior. Also Killam a junior, and Dragalovich a freshman. So they got this youth movement going there. And who else do they have? Belling, a junior. And we're not going to hold you accountable, but at least that's more than what we have. We have nothing. We have nothing because there's nothing.
Couldn't find anything posted out there on Wish Sports.
And this is it up the middle. A base hit for Evan Sauer, and that's going to score a run. Waupun now leading 2-0. So 3 batters, 3 base hits, and 2 runs across the plate. Waupun leading 2-0.
Thanks again for posting that information, and please jump in there anytime that you want. Again, these kids like to go back and watch this stuff, and if we're mispronouncing something or we miss something or you got some stats for us, that would be fantastic. So thanks again. It doesn't have to be just the home team. We'd like that for Ripon.
Well, it's an even broadcast. We got a Waupun graduate in me.
And a Ripon graduate in me, yeah.
So thanks for joining us, Shannon Marie, and that information. Yeah, everybody welcome, whether you're from Waupun, Ripon, wherever. Maybe grandparents are down in Arizona or something like that. And got some friends that always go down, are snowbirds there for 6 months down in Florida, and they were supposed to come last weekend home, but they said, nah, we saw the weather forecast. We're going to stay down here in the heat for another week or 2.
Can't blame them.
Next pitch catches the outside part of the plate. The pitch by Willett makes the count 2-1 to Jake Krieger. And that runner at first base, 2 runs across the plate, 2-0 early in the ball game here in the first inning. Upon leading Ripon and going is Sauer. And
he's doubled off.
He's going to get doubled up. That was kind of a weak hit ball right over in the first baseman. Shea Otto grabs it, goes back to first, and touches it for the double play. So just like that, 2 outs for Waupun.
It was a nice job there by the first baseman again for Ripon. I don't know if I got to check and see if my instant replay is up and running. It is. I'll have to remember that.
So again, a double play there, all in the hands of Shea Otto. On a hit and run, so there's no way. Evan was just hung out to dry, so he is out. 2 bases are now clear, and that'll bring up Waupun's freshman, Chase Beam. Told his mom was running the concession stand right now. I kind of call him the man-child because he's as a freshman, he's a pretty solid, strong-looking kid out there, and he's been getting himself some varsity experience.
As she said, he's an in-season athlete. So, yes, he was out there for the hockey team as well. And with his size, he did a great job there helping out on the defensive end.
Asked his mom what's his favorite sport, and she says whatever sport it is in season, that's what his favorite sport is, where his brother was all hockey. And I heard he's healing well now. He had broke his elbow.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. What's his situation hockey-wise? What is he playing in right now?
He's a forward. He's playing right now in the USHL. So he's playing for the Omaha. I cannot think of their nickname right now. Lancers, I think that's correct. And he's got a full ride right now to go to Clarkson out east for college. So it's an amazing feat for a young man from Waupun, and he's represented really well.
3-2 the count for Chase Beam, and Beam got beamed on that one. No, it doesn't matter.
I think it was a 3-2 count, so he ended up
he got the walk anyway, but he did a good job getting out of the way. He was quick with that.
Looks better on the pitching stats when it's a walk instead of the hit by pitch.
Ethan Cunningham, the right fielder, coming in now for Waupun. Does an offer on the first pitch, but a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Ethan batting .333 on the season. Some nice batting averages for Waupun up and down the lineup. So 2 down. That runner at first, 2 runs across the plate. Waupun with 3 hits in this first inning, so a great start for the Warriors.
Yeah, the only game that they really did not get their offense rolling was that Laconia game. That's the one they lost. And still, they scored 8 runs, but it just was only in a couple of innings.
Ooh, now that is a hit by pitch right in the middle, right between the shoulder blades for Ethan Cunningham, and he'll take the walk up the base paths. He survived that just fine. And that will bring up Bryant Ferris, the second baseman. What's Bryant's doing on the season? Bryant batting .250. Batting in that number 7 slot. Conrad Davis awaiting on deck. So Waupun again threatening after getting doubled up. The next 2 guys, boy, that one's high and tight too, making this Waupun hitter a little uneasy with the bat up there by home plate.
Yeah, Willett had such good control over the first couple of batters, but I think because they were hitting him, it kind of made him frustrated.
Next one is chopped towards third, but that's going to be just foul. Puts the count at 1-1 to Bryant. And we're not sure what we're doing yet on Thursday, are we? That's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, we're supposed to be broadcasting over at Schlevy, which first I haven't been over there. The only time I was there was when Caleb played as a freshman over there. Otherwise, I haven't been out to the Schlevy field in forever.
Big cut on the next one. Off the bat a little bit, right in the glove of Belling, the catcher. Called, so it's a strike after that. Count is now 1-2 into Bryant.
Yeah, it's CWC playing against Oakfield. It should be a good contest, but it's a 4 o'clock start.
Ooh, that one just off the plate. Henry thought maybe he had him on that one. He's going to take a step towards the dugout. Good pitch, though. It's a nice little place. We had to make Bryant think a little bit on that one, but no offer. Makes the count 2-2. It's a pitch from Willett. Takes a little off it. Tries to bend one in, but it drops below the strike zone. Puts the count now at 3-2.
Gutsy not taking that swing at that one pitch before because it was a really good pitch.
And runners going on the 3-2 pitch, and that one's going to miss inside, and Brian Ferris gets issued a walk. I tell you, a couple of those balls were not far off the plate.
No, not at all.
Ferris got himself a walk. Now bases loaded for Waupun. Big opportunity. Got senior Conrad Davis stepping up to the plate. Got some key hits in some of the games that I've seen, just with a 182 batting average, but I've seen him get some hits, and man, the kid can run.
Yeah. Well, and again, he's finally healthy. I mean, he hasn't been healthy since his freshman year.
And that was the other mom that was inside the concession stand. Conrad's mom was in there. Used to work with her back in my other career eons ago. 2-0 the count to Conrad. That one's going to bounce past the catcher and get past him, and Waupun's going to score another run. Everybody advances one base. Beam comes in from third. Waupun now leads 3-0 on a new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
I don't think this is the start that Ripon was looking for.
No. 3-0 count into Davis taking all the way, and a fastball finds the strike zone. Strike one. Count is now 3-1. And a couple guys in scoring position. Waupun would love to see if they can get a couple other guys across the plate. 3-1 pitch. Big cut by Conrad, but a swing and a miss puts the count at 3-2. Kind of stepped out of that one a little bit, getting that first step down the first baseline almost.
I saw the same thing. Helped pull his head off of it.
Sticks his bat out there, kind of working the outside part of the plate and fouls it off to stay alive. Keeps the count at 3-2. Eighth batter of the inning for Waupun. 3 runs in, leading 3-0. Comes the 3-2 pitch. That's going to miss inside, and now bases are loaded again for Waupun. Davis issued a walk. So Cunningham over at third base, Brian Ferris at second base, Conrad Davis at first base, and the ninth batter of the inning for Waupun coming up, Hunter Camp. He's a dangerous batter in that number 9 slot for the Warriors, batting .343. And he's the number 9 batter trying to set up that top of the order again.
Yeah, you do a good job of talking about that over and over, and it's accurate. They put him in there just like a leadoff hitter. He's expected to get on base so that the top of the order can come up behind him.
Called strike on the next pitch in, and quickly a Hunter down on the count 0-2. 0-2 the count for Hunter Camp. Here's Henry Willett with a pitch.
And he hits him?
Oh, that was, well inside, and Waupun's going to score another run with the inside pitch, and Hunter obviously must have got out of the way. But way inside, he's got to backpedal not to get hit by the ball, and that brings a run in from third base. Everybody advances a base, and now Waupun leading 4-0. One and two the count to Hunter Camp. Ooh, that curveball is hit out towards center field, and that's going to score a couple runs for Waupun. That is a 2-run single for Hunter Camp. Just patient on that one, let it kind of curl in, and took a lot off, and he waited on it and put it right out to center field for a single and 2 RBIs.
Did his job, exactly what we've talked about before. And steps up to the plate. Nice swing out there. Courtesy running coming in for Hunter so he can get his stuff on. It's going to be Landon Richter.
Okay, back to the top of the order. Emmett Hull coming back up. He had a single to start out the ball game for Waupun, and that one hit over, and that's a high bouncing ball knocked down by Jacob Riddick, but can't haul it in. All he can do is keep it from going to the outfield. And they're going to give him a single on that, putting runners at first and second base.
Emmett with 2 singles already, and we're not out of the first inning.
Who was it in that game just a few days ago? Had 2 home runs in the same inning against the Brewers. That's popped in the air out towards left field. Mason Killema kind of ranges off to his right and hauls it in off the bat of Mason Holtz. But Waupun with a big inning to start the ball game, and they lead 6-0 after 1 complete. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance